Do you have the names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? What is up, hippies? I know it has been, what, 2 months since I've uploaded? Well, I recently uploaded a huge announcement. I'm pregnant. So right now I am currently 19 weeks pregnant. And this is my little bump. You really can't tell until I turn to the side. But yes, and I am so excited. With this new chapter of my life, I'm planning to do bump dates and more pregnancy and family focused videos. So I felt like the most appropriate video to start again my YouTube channel was to do the pregnancy tag. So it's pretty much a Q&A. Kari, my dog, just ran straight into my tripod. Thanks, Kari. It's pretty much a Q&A of pregnancy basic questions. Okay, so starting off with number 1. How and when did you find out you were pregnant? So I actually found out on Thanksgiving morning. I was about 2 days late and like, you know what? Why not? Let me just take a test. And I had a test already on hand just because I'm crazy and I always have pregnancy tests on deck. And I took a test and I turned to my husband and I was like, this definitely looks positive. And mind you, we still have those tests. It's just a little faded now, so it's not even worth showing. How did you feel is question number 2. We were really excited. I honestly was kind of shocked. Like, I knew that we were trying or not preventing, but I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly after my miscarriage. And for those who have been following me through my journey, you know this is my rainbow baby, so it's an extra blessing I'm so grateful for. And so like finding out on Thanksgiving Day was amazing because it's like, wow, this is something to be super grateful for. And I mean, of course we were a little nervous, but I felt like in the beginning I just focused on my health and, you know, like avoid drinking and like eating the right things, to where an airplane, we're just gonna let that pass. So of course, yeah, like I said, I was nervous because I did have a miscarriage about 6 months prior to when I found out I was pregnant. And if you haven't seen that video, I will have it linked below. How old were you? I was and still am 32 years old. Yeah, I'm 32. I always forget how old I am. How did you tell your partner? He was in the bathroom with me, so pretty much peed on the stick and handed it to him, and he was like, I think I see a line, I think I see a line. And I was just like at first it was very faint. It was a very faint line, so I was a little like, am I or am I not? So then I took another test and the line was a little more distinguished. But as we went through a couple of weeks, I was taking pretty much every couple days I was taking a test, and the line would progressively get darker. Did you wait 3 months to tell people? Why and why not? I didn't wait 3 months at all. I was so excited. The weekend after Thanksgiving, I told my best friend from back home. And then I think the weekend after that, my best friend had his baby's first birthday, and I told a couple of my friends there because usually I'm throwing back Coronas, and I wasn't, but I was trying to be discreet about it. I would be like, do you need a drink? Do you need a drink? So I was just grabbing drinks for everyone, like no one noticed that I wasn't drinking, so I didn't even have to tell people. But then by Christmas, we pretty much, or the week before Christmas, we told my parents, my mother-in-law, and I think we told pretty much all our best friends, and we sent them, because it was around Christmas, we sent them this in a text message. And then I guess I waited 3 months to put it on social media. Is this your first? This is my actual third pregnancy. As I mentioned before, I've had 2 miscarriages before. And speaking of children, this is actually my first baby. She's actually really shy. Karen, you want to say hi to the hippies? All right, I'll let you go. This is the furthest I've gotten along in my pregnancy. 19 weeks. In 1 week, I will be halfway there. It's crazy. Question number 7. Do you want more? So my husband and I have been talking about it, and we definitely don't see us just having 1 child. But then at the same time, we're like, okay, let's see how it goes with this one. So we're open to as many children as God wants to give us. But at the same time, you know, first child is always trial and error. So we'll see. Question number 8. Your biggest craving. So all of first trimester, guys, I was craving cold things. From, you know, the ice that they have at Chick-fil-A? I would get like 2 or 3 of those cups. I'm not even kidding. Like, my husband and I would go to Chick-fil-A, and he would feel so awkward. He'd be like, can I have 3 cups of ice? Like, I'll pay for it. But that ice, and I think they said it's a iron deficiency, which I am. I have an iron deficiency, but I'll get more into that in another video. And I was craving ice cream and paletas and popsicles, like anything cold. And to be a little more healthy, I was freezing those yogurt cups. So that and frozen grapes, my weakness. Question number 9. What's the best part about being pregnant? I think just like... Sorry, Kari keeps walking back and forth. She wants to be known. But I do think the best part about it is just like knowing that you have a life inside of you. And it's a gift from God. And like my husband and I have grown so much in these past now 4 months, almost 5 months. And I feel like it has really forced me. And I know it's an obligation, but it's an obligation out of love. So I'm just like consciously making decisions for, of course, myself, but also at the same time for my child. So it's definitely, I think that's the biggest part about it. It's like my self-growth has just improved tremendously. And I know it will get better. Question number 10. What's the worst part about being pregnant? I think I can definitely say now in 2nd trimester I have definitely been able to breathe a little more. But I would say fear. Like every single appointment I'm a little nervous. Like am I gonna hear a heartbeat, or you know, like stuff like that. It really kind of freaks me out. So but once I'm there and I see my baby moving, I'm just like, okay, I can breathe. And even like last appointment I had, they just did a Doppler, and I don't know why, I was just nervous. So the worst part, it's like, it's not even like sacrificing my favorite things like coffee and Coronas and margaritas. It's just having that fear, like, oh, is my baby, how is my baby, you know? And I know this fear is going to last a lifetime. But question number 11, will you find out the gender, and what do you prefer? So we find out the gender in 2 weeks on March 26th. So I'm so excited. My husband and I are going to know right away, but we're going to wait to tell our family and friends. We're going to send them care packages and just kind of have a gender reveal for each like family member. So the second part of this question is, which do you prefer? Honestly, I just want a healthy baby, but deep down inside, I have a feeling it's a little boy. Do you have the names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? So for a boy, we want to name our son Noah Gene Square. And we just love the biblical name Noah. And it reminds me of Noah's Ark. And I'm going to get emotional about this. I said I wouldn't cry on this video. But because this is our rainbow baby. And in the story of Noah's Ark, there's always a rainbow. It's a sign of hope. and you know, everything's by twos in that story, and we had twins previously, so I don't know, it just feels symbolic. And for his middle name, Gene, that is our cousin, my husband's cousin, like his best friend, kind of half of the reason why we started dating, and who passed away actually a couple months after we got married. So it's just kind of like a symbolic, like, I don't know how to say it, but just like in memory of him, we would name our son Noah Jean. And for a girl, we have always loved the name Olivia Rose Square, and I love the nickname Livy. It just sounds like it has so much life, you know. And for the middle name Rose, that came from my grandmother. Her first name was Rosa. She was my favorite, one of my favorite, still is probably my favorite person in the world. And my mother's name is Rosita, and just want to keep that name going on in our family. All right, question number 13. What's your birth plan? So initially, I was entertaining the idea of a water birth. We toured the facility, and I just wasn't for it. And I mean, that's the beauty of having all these different options. You can say no, you know, something that you initially think that is going to be for you, it might not be. So our plan is, we picked out our hospital, we just have to tour it, and I want to, God willing, have a natural birth and ride it out. I'm not scared of needles, but I know that I don't want an epidural right away. And I say that right now, and I've had a conversation with my husband, like, even if I'm like, I know you don't want to see me in pain, but let me tolerate this pain until I really cannot anymore. And so that's our plan for right now. And I don't know, I probably didn't even mention our baby's due date is August 2nd, which is crazy. It's like, we're already almost halfway there to March. So there's so much to do. Number 14, will you breastfeed? I actually have full intentions to breastfeed. I actually have a prenatal nutritionist who has offered me breastfeeding classes, and I went for the first class about 2 weeks ago, and it was very informative. A lot of it has to do with mentally, like, preparing yourself, and like, I know it's not going to be easy. I know like a lot of friends, it didn't come that easy to, but I mean, I am going to try. And so with that being said, we want to do it for at least 6 months to a year, and you know, gradually after 6 months, bring in solid foods. Hopefully this noise isn't too loud. My street is so busy today, and it usually isn't. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so question number 15. Do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom? So actually, I want to bring my child to work. With that being said, my husband and I have discussed this, that I will be doing more freelancing. You know, I've gotten so much into filming and creative directing. I'm actually so excited to have the opportunity to film a baby shower in, I think, 2 weeks from now. And, you know, just creatively direct it. And eventually I would love to do weddings and engagements and just build from there. I want to get back into my Wears by Squares, back into styling, back into YouTube, and just like generate an income that will allow my child to be a part of my everyday life. Like, I don't want to miss anything in the beginning. And I know if you follow me through my journey, you know that I was trying to be a flight attendant. Sorry, Kari again. And now I'm just like, you know, I would love to make a living off of travel, but I want my child to travel with me and my husband. So, you know, like, we're focusing more on me accomplishing my dreams, but at the same time being a full-time mom. And like, my mother was a school teacher, and we had every single holiday off with her for the whole summer. Like, that's something I want to do. 16. Will you make your own baby food? No. Like, I mean, I feel like it's a cool idea. I mean, of course I'm going to breastfeed at least for 6 months to a year. And I don't know why I said no. I might. I don't know. I think that'd be a cool video to do, making baby food. Question number 17. Do you have a nursery idea or theme? I think that's going to be based off the gender. And that's why it's like, okay, if it's a boy, it's definitely going to be Noah's Ark. And we are planning to move no later than June, because I don't want to be big and pregnant moving. But then again, at least I won't have to move anything, right? Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this pregnancy question and answer. I think it's called the pregnancy tag. And give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe because I will have more of these type of videos. I know my next video is pretty much a bump date on my whole first trimester, all the struggles and everything that I went through. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.